Hi everyone, I'm Dana and I'm going to be talking about the No Child Left Behind Act. Current events today are putting a really big emphasis on education, obviously, because it provides training and offers skills to children who are going to grow up and be a part of society. And what the No Child Left Behind Act is supposed to do is to create certain solutions that help better education for these students so that they can become better contributors to society. However, what society is finding is that the No Child Left Behind Act is actually harming the school system. One way it is doing this is because it causes overcrowding in classrooms. One aspect of the No Child Left Behind Act is that it allows students at failing schools to transfer to possibly a better school that's getting a better rating, or they'll be able to have a better education and get more attention from teachers and whatnot. But the thing is, even at these better schools, there's a limited number of classrooms and teachers. And so the large level of students transferring is just causing a huge overflow in these classrooms. The New York Times did an article called "The No Child Left Behind Act Leaves No Room for Some," which talks about intermediate school 89, which is in New York, and one teacher reports that he had so many students coming into his class when he didn't have room that many students had to sit on benches lined against the wall, and he even had a few students sitting on the floor because there was just no seating for them. And he was teaching his lessons on an overhead projector, and the students on the floor and along the walls couldn't even see the lessons. So it's basically denying them their lessons and learning. Another way that it harms the school system is that it can actually discourage students from succeeding in school. One way that is because it raises grading and testing standards so high that it puts a really great pressure on the schools. And there was an article from Science Daily that says certain schools in Texas were actually asking underperforming students to quietly exit the school system because they wanted to make their school seem like they were performing better. But really, so the school scores seem to be getting better because the students that were doing poorly left the school, and so it brought up the school's average grades. But the graduation rate was actually going down. So really, the schools seem to be getting a better score, but children aren't getting the valuable education that they need. And a final way that it harms the schooling system is because it deprives students of learning these valuable skills that you're supposed to learn in school. It's placing such importance on testing. For example, the California high school exit exam. To graduate, we all need to pass that. And so the teachers are forced to teach exactly what is on the test, and it's basically more about memorization of the answers than learning about how you come to the answers. And so the teachers basically just teach what's on the test, and it doesn't give the students the chance to actually see how to come to the answers. And so they're not learning skills like analysis and creativity. And so they memorize like 2 plus 2 is 4, but they don't get the reasoning behind why 2 plus 2 is 4. They just know the answer, but they don't know why. And so education is so important for society, and these students are going to become doctors and lawyers, and they're going to be the ones defending us or taking care of us in the future. And if they're not getting the education they need, then they're not going to be effective in what they're doing. So the No Child Left Behind Act is just making everything worse, and it's going to be really bad in the future when students don't even have the proper education. Thank you.